G'day guys, how are you going today? We are back with another replay, and this time we're having a look at a fairly interesting looking tank, I should say. In fact, it almost looks like it could be from Game of Thrones, and that's because it is pretty much a Game of Thrones inspired skin that was created by a user. There's a whole bunch of different ones. This one is probably one of my favorite because it's just such a beautiful looking tank. You can see a dragon there. Of course, that is for Daenerys. If you guys are fans of Game of Thrones, then you'll know exactly who I am talking about. But here we can see that there's nothing too special, in fact, about this tank. It's literally just a skin on the existing AMX 50B. Now here we have Sadzik PLN. I'm going to call him Sadzik because I'm not going to say that whole name over and over again. But you can just see, guys, like what an amazing job has been done in creating this skin. I mean, it does look absolutely beautiful, incredible. You can see it's got little details on the side there, and just that dragon wrapping around it really does make a difference. And you can go check out the link below and tell me, or just if you want to download it yourself, and tell me now, guys. I'll put a poll up there. What do you guys think of this? Would you be adding this onto your game, or is it a cool feature? Or is it something that's like, yeah, look, I don't really like it, to be honest. But anyway, guys, here we have Sadzik, and he's going to be taking out a lot of the enemy. Although, as you'll see, guys, this game is a very, very interesting game, so do stay tuned. Now, so far, he's picked up 2,607 damage in the AMX 50B. That is pretty good. You can see that the autoloader here really does shine. Now, guys, in case you don't know, this has a 4-clip autoloader with, I think, 400 damage per shot. So it can dish out 1,600 damage within 10 seconds, which is absolutely absurd, absolutely insane. It is such a fast-loading tank. Also, it had a buff to its hull armor as well. So, although its turret armor is very, very weak, its hull armor is not weak at all. In fact, it's very, very strong. So, don't shoot at its hull armor if you can avoid it at the front anyway. You might as well just shoot at the turret and go straight through it like absolute butter. You can see that we are playing on Windstorm here. I always forget the name of this map, Windstorm. So, it's a pretty open map. It's pretty good in terms of being able to use the scenery and whatever to be able to cover himself. He can go into the city, which he has done, or he can go to a whole bunch of other places. And the thing about the AMX 50B, guys, is it's such a fast, heavy tank. It's more like a medium tank on steroids. It is a really, really great tank. In fact, it was my second ever tier 10 tank I'd ever picked up. But here you can see he's taking a few shots at that Foch. He is putting the pressure onto the Foch, but he is also getting pressure put onto him. There's a T-28 that could be coming around on his flank, and although that's only a tier 8 tank destroyer, it can have a very nasty 120mm gun. And you can see that this Foch is doing all he can, and he donked the shot, but he's doing all he can to try and get Sadzik here to Sadzik, I should say, to not be able to hit him. But now Sadzik has run out of his 4-clip autoloader, and he has to go back, and he doesn't have any support from any of his teammates, so he does have to be very, very careful here indeed. It's a good matchup as well, guys. He's one of only 3 tier 10 tanks on his team. Now only 2, considering that the artillery has been taken out, because you can see that left flank, or the north flank, has been completely wiped out. So again, guys, look, this is where any autoloader really shines. Just being able to pick apart any tank. They really do become exponentially more dangerous the longer they are on the battlefield. And there we go. That T-28 has come around to try and flank him, but Sadzik here has got by far the mobility advantage over that T-28. Seems to be a little bit of lag as well in the game. You can see he slid around the corner there. But yeah, the team is just falling apart. Although the scores are 7 each, 7 all, they've got some nasty tanks left on their team, and they are surrounding them from a lot of different flanks, so they've got the flank advantage there. Now, what Sadzik does here is he knows he's going to get hit, but regardless, he goes forward and to put pressure onto that T-28 and to be able to take him out effectively, which he does, of course. And you can see his loadout as well. Although he's not running out of ammunition very quickly at all. In fact, this tank can carry a lot of ammunition. He's loaded up a whole heap of premium rounds just in case, and then he gets a flanking shot right in the back from that WZ-111-14, and takes a pretty big hit. He tries to fit through that gap, but that's not happening. Sadzik, you might as well go around, which of course he does. So absolutely insane amount of damage he's done so far. He's tracked the Foch, which is perfect. Exactly what he would have wanted to happen, and he takes out that Foch, and then he takes out the guard on the enemy team. So far, guys, he's pretty much carrying incredibly hard for this game. He's taken 7 kills of the team. Sorry, I should say 7 out of the 10 kills so far. So that's pretty insane. You can see he really is carrying the game very hard indeed. That T-54 lightweight is going off searching for their artillery, which he has found, and hopefully he'll be able to pick them apart. However, that Conqueror gun carriage has a huge gun on it, so if that Conqueror gun carriage even splashes that T-54 lightweight, he could take him out, but it doesn't look like that's happening. Looks like that T-54 lightweight will take him out, as he does. So you can see, guys, it's now the tables have turned. His team are now surrounding the enemy team with that E75, FE215B, 183, and the T95, is it? Yeah, T95 blocking the enemy team. And he takes a shot and goes through the front of that WZ-111. He is firing premium rounds, guys. That's why he is going through the front of it at that kind of range and at that kind of angle. But now the WZ-111 is hull down, and he does not want to get hit. Pretty much by any tank on the enemy team, he will be destroyed. In fact, all the tanks, bar maybe the FE215B, it's almost a guaranteed destruction if it hits and penetrates. So he's got to be very careful indeed. That T-54 lightweight is pushing up quite in quite a dangerous manner, and he does get taken out by that FE215B. And here's where the autoloader becomes a little bit annoying, guys. You can see exactly how he is taking back. Doesn't look like he's been spotted. He's taking a bit of a risk here standing in front of that tank, but he shoots him once, tracks him, bounces a shot from the FE215B. Very lucky. And you can see, guys, as well, where exactly he has bounced off from. He's bounced off right on the hull, which is, as I said, a very strong point on this tank. It never used to be. It was buffed quite a few patches ago, to be fair, but when it was buffed, or before it was buffed, it was just such a shocking tank. Now, he is the only one alive on his team that's done any that has destroyed any tanks on the enemy team. He's done 8,000 damage, and he's done 8 kills as well, and that he almost gets completely taken out by that WZ-111. He's got to be very careful here. He takes him out. He's so lucky, guys. His 9th kill for the game, 8,688 damage. Surely his team can help him now. They can push up. They've got a full health, what's that, T95, so surely that tank can push up and take him out. But then he spots the T95 on the enemy team as well. It looks like they're all coming to destroy him. He's got to be very careful indeed. But all those tanks on his team are quite slow. The E75 and the FE215B aren't too slow, but they're not fast either. And you can see he's spotted the T95, and he bounces a shot. He gets one shot in, but he bounces his first shot, which is very bad. He is firing premium rounds. And luckily, the Jagdpanzer E100 is taken out by the T95. So well played to the T95 there. And there's only one tank left on the enemy team. Of course, though, it is that T95. Very well armored. In fact, probably the most heavily armored, if not the most heavily armored tank from the front in terms of raw armor thickness. It's got like 300 millimeters of frontal armor. But it's also a very slow tank, even though it was recently buffed. Now, this is probably a mistake by Sadzik here. In fact, that he's going up so... he's being quite aggressive in pushing up when he really shouldn't. He should be staying back. He should really be staying back behind that T95 and FE215B 183. He could have had the opportunity to reload here, but he hasn't. And you can see he's being he is being quite he's pushing up quite a lot, but he is going around to try and flank that T95 and take him out, which was taken out, guys. So in the end, all in all, a very incredible game. Now, what Sadzik does say here is, which I think is not right, is he says, "Fuck off. to his T95 on his team because he takes out that T95 and he didn't get the Radley Walters medal or whatever. And you know what, Sadzik, I have to say, fair play to that T95 because in the end he did take him out, and it's not really up to you, mate, to be telling him not to take him out, even though you feel like you deserve it. It's really not your place. This is a team game and he has every right to do it, and there's no need to get that pissy. But anyway, guys, let's have a look at the post-game stats and see exactly how well Sadzik did in this game. Now, again, guys, Sadzik says that this game is a effing heartbreak, which I really do have to disagree with. I mean, yeah, okay, you didn't get the Radley Walters medal, but you still did really well. And again, it's not really, you know, there's no need to call it a heartbreak, mate. Worse things have happened, I can promise you that. But anyway, I'm getting really pissy myself. A Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, a Bruiser medal, a Duelist medal, and a Fire for Effect medal. A Radley Walters medal for getting 8 or 9 enemy vehicles destroyed in one game. A High Caliber, and a Top Gun. So I can't remember what is the for 10 kills, the epic medal, I forget. But you can see he did really pull his weight on his team, taking out 9,106 damage, getting 1,500 base experience, which is absolutely insane. I mean, in terms of damage done, the next highest was that T54 lightweight and the T95, so he really did really well. He really did carry for his team. And also, shout out to that Jagdpanzer on the enemy team. He did really well as well. Of course, he is a tank destroyer, but, you know, he still did very, very well indeed. So out of the 30 shots he fired, 29 hit and 26 penetrated. Although, to be fair, he was using quite a few premium rounds as well. 9,106 damage in total, which is absolutely insane. However, although he made 101,000 credits, he still did lose 6,458 credits through the resupply of ammunition. So it's really not cheap to run this tank, guys. Not at all. But yeah, guys, he did pick up 1,501 base experience, which is absolutely insane. So very well done to him in the end. You can't really fault his play there. But anyway, guys, thank you so very, very much for watching. If you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content like this in the future, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, guys, thank you so, so very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.